And greetings and welcome. We are live, I hope. And yes, we are going to try taking out the rock miner. As you can see, we're just pulling it up now. And while we don't have a vehicle that can carry the rock miner, what we can do is store it at a base. Go to the base, summon, reclaim the vehicle at the base, and then drive the vehicle out. So this way we can at least have a look, and you should find, unless it's been stolen, the Aurora is still out the front. So no, I think our Aurora has been blown away by the wind. No, there it is, behind the building. I think someone was going to try and run away with it. I saw someone running over to it before. I doubt it. They've got a big ship there. Look at it. What are they in? Looks like a 300 or something. But that's nice. So we'll go to a ramp. We'll get in our little rock and we'll drive off and see if we can find any Alright. Power up. And we'll take that move view at the moment. I have no idea whether we'll find any rocks to mine. But it'll be interesting. So if you join us on the channel, feel free to like and subscribe. It just lets me know that people are liking what I'm doing. Also make suggestions. What would you like me to do? Have you got better suggestions as to where to go to find minables and things to make money for the character so that we can upgrade? I am deliberately going slow. I haven't yet worked out how to adjust the acceleration on the vehicle. Okay, let's see if we can get a scan going here. Can we find something worth scanning? Okay, so it doesn't let me actually, no, there it goes. Was being a bit slow there. I would have thought that the I probably need to be somewhere else other than Hurston. And I'm not sure exactly how safe Hurston is to be driving around. I know sometimes there are rocks and other things that will cause you grief. One of the other problems you find, or certainly I find, with the mining vehicle is it is very unstable. So if you go too fast or you hit a rock, the mining vehicle is more likely to tip over and roll, and once it rolls it's pretty screwed. So let's see if we put our mining laser up where we'll start getting stuff to scan. Oh, that sounded like something blew up. Probably my... Let's have a look. Probably my GreyCat, my Aurora. Was it my Aurora? No, the Aurora's still there. I have a feeling we've gone to a barren area. I thought going to a mining station would actually end up giving me stuff that I could mine, but that doesn't look like it's the case. Hey Rolanders, good to see you. Glad you could join me on the stream. So if you're wondering where I am, I have gone to HDMS Edmund, just outside of Lawville. As you can see, I now have a rock. This was purchased with the proceeds of the Luminalia gifts. So I've still got 115,000 on the account, on this account, with Jusatoon, but we also had 172 which we have spent buying the mining vehicle. But my gut feeling is that what I really need to do is take the mining vehicle to somewhere like or fly to somewhere like Daymar, or somewhere where I know there are minables, and then get the vehicle at a mining centre or a place with a Platinum Bay landing pad, reclaim the vehicle, summon the vehicle, and then drive off. And then what I can do is, once I'm finished, I can go back to the Aurora, return the GreyCat to storage, and fly away in the Aurora. But I have a feeling that we're not going to find too many rocks around here. It's just call it a gut feeling. Or too many mineable rocks, I should say. And it is a very vehicle prone to rolling and tipping, and usually when it does that, you have no option but to just leave a vehicle. I've certainly found that with Algared when I've been on with him, and I know many other people have found the same problem. Yeah, Edgar Flats, is that whereabouts is that? Is that still on Hurston? Been a while since I've been to the different places. I just chose Edmund because it was the closest station to Lawville. Oh. You saw there I got a bit caught up on something. I had to reverse to clear it. And that's one of the problems with this vehicle as well. It gets caught on terrain, it tips, it rolls, but it is a nice little vehicle. It's probably one of the most usable vehicles in game, land vehicles in game. for non-combat. Yeah, I figured, I was actually thinking I needed to go to Daymar. I know Daymar is quite nice for mining, but if you just, we'll have a look at this vehicle, and you can see what makes it such a nice little vehicle to have. So we go into our ship selection, and we'll click on our rock. Now we're not going to be able to change any because we've got the rock out, but it has a mining laser. It's systems, it's got a size 0 cooler, power plant, and 2 power plants and cooler. It doesn't have any weapons because it's just got the mining tool. It's got a small box at the back where it will store stuff. It does work exactly like the ship mining equipment, so it can gather the stuff that's mined as well as crack the rocks. So whereas with your hand mining you have to pick up the rocks by hand, this will enable you to use the gathering tool on the arm to actually collect the stuff that you've been mining. And so that makes this quite a nice little step up. The process and skills of mining are exactly the same as they were with hand mining. And what this does is, if you're starting off and you've started off with an Aurora or a Mustang, and you don't have that prospector or mole or any other mining vehicle, you've been mining with your hand, you want to move up to the next level, this will give you the tools for 172,000 Alpha UEC that'll enable you to get the hang of what's happening with your ship. And it's certainly a lot cheaper than buying the prospector at 1.5 or 1.7 million, depending on where you're at. I think at Hurstville, at the new deal, it was around 1.5 million. Have a look at the stream from yesterday or the day before when I was looking through new deal, and you'll see the price there. I just can't remember it at the moment. So what we might do is we might go back to the landing station, and what I will do is I will store the vehicle and then get in the Aurora, fly off to Daymar, and then once we're at Daymar we'll go to the Edgar Flats, since that's been suggested to us. We'll claim our rover and then summon the rover at Edgar Flats and drive off on the rover to see if we can find anything worth mining. Now of course it's just a matter of finding our way up this hill. That looks like I might be able to get through there. Wow, straight through the rocks. Oh, apparently I left the GreyCat. Well, there you go. It may mean we've got a crash coming. Alright, let's call up the... Yeah, we got a 30k. Well, there you go, another 30k ruins the gameplay. We're going to be finding ourselves back at Lorville, which is really frustrating. Hang around, we will try again. This time I will be summoning the ship. We will be going straight to, or fly straight to Daymar. We'll resummon our little vehicle and we'll head off. Again, if you are following the stream, and you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe. It does help me. It feeds the analytics on YouTube and all the other stuff, and it makes me feel wanted, loved and special, and that's something I always like feeling, like everyone. Also, join us on Discord. So I'm on Discord at Algared, I think. I'll put a link in the description once we're done, and you'll be able to follow that link and join us there. Or go to one of our previous episodes and you'll find the link to join us in Discord as well. I'm sorry that my attempt to avoid the boring run through the station and summoning the ship has been ruined. But as we know, this is one of the things we deal with when we're doing alpha or pre-alpha, and it's one of the problems with Star Citizen and gameplay. It's one of the reasons I often feel it's not a game. We're testing the game. We're testing it. We can have a lot of fun while we're testing it, but I usually don't worry about whether I make money, as long as I can do the things I'm trying to do, just because it's alpha. The game is going to get wiped numerous times. We're going to have bugs and crashes. One of the things CIG is testing or running at the moment is just seeing how well persistence works as well. And so we are keeping things we buy at the moment. But there will come a time when they'll say, no, okay, we're wiping, we're starting everything afresh with the process they've got, and at that point, Jusatoon will be back to just a plain Aurora with 2 ballistic Gatling guns under the nose, and that'll be it. And then we'll start again. And so it's a frustration, but it's something we do. All right, so here we go again. Unfortunately, we're in the landing pad. We're going to have at least a 2.5 minute wait for our Aurora. Once we get there, I think I will actually do an expedited purchase, which will get me the Aurora straight away. And we will then fly to Daymar, which will take us a bit. And then from Daymar, we will summon our little mining vehicle and see if we can find see if we can find the materials for mining. So if you guys want to join us, you know where I'm headed. I'm heading to Edgar Flats on Daymar. Gotta play the lift music. Gotta play the proper lift music, right? Okay, we'll run. I'm tired of walking through here so many times. I'm conscious that for an hour stream we usually spend half an hour in the station just walking to the space station. So let's try and help you guys not have to deal with that horrid experience. But if you're new and you're wondering where do I get my ship from Lawville, you go to the space station, basically follow the way I've just run. This is a station that'll take us to the spaceport. From the spaceport we go to the terminal, we summon the ship, and then do the usual things that we've been doing. Yes, an automated message I've got rigged up on my Stream Deck. And I thought I'd give it a try and test it, and ooh, it worked. Welcome to whoever's just joined us on the channel. If you've got any questions about Star Citizen, starting an account, oh look, almost a relative. I'm a Beaumont, and that's a Beaufort. Um, yeah, I've been working on improving the volume, and you'll have noticed my start screen and my end screen now. My start screen also indicates that this is episode number 11. So hopefully that's an indication I'm improving and getting better. I can't guarantee my content's much better, but at least it looks better. At least until you start watching. Again, we're going to run just because we've been doing this multiple times in previous episodes, and it's time we stopped doing that. If you've been here before, you know exactly where we're heading. We're heading up to the spaceport, through the gates, past the terminals for paying fines, up the stairs to the terminal. We're going to find that our Aurora is unknown. It's at Edmund because we just had a 30k, so we've got to claim our vehicle. One nice advantage of claiming our vehicle is we're going to have a full tank of fuel again. Once it starts, I'll expedite it, and that'll be automatically available at that point. So it costs 330 odd to expedite. You can see that the price is coming down, and that's basically based on how much time is left of the vehicle. The more expensive the vehicle you get, the more that expedition increases, and on bigger ships it'll reduce the time. So I think for something like an 890 jump, you reduce your time wait down to say 15 minutes or 10 minutes or something like that, and it'll cost you more. And that's the same with all the ships, depending on how much they cost in terms of game value will depend on how much time it takes to reclaim it, and also how much it's going to cost you for the expedited fee. So we are going to go to the expedite, and we are going to pay the expedition, which means we've now paid $500 to on this Aurora today, or 500 Alpha UEC, just to expedite it and get it available. And you've got to summon the vehicle before you go to the landing pad. Okay, and let's see where we to go. It probably will take us to platform to hangar 9, since we're on the same server, I think. I know, might not be same server. We'll find out. Hangar 6 wasn't the same server. We'll run again. I hate running. Everyone who plays with me knows I hate running. Oh, so close and yet so far. Hangar 6. Again, usual controls. Press F to interact with objects, and then click to select the choice. And that's the same for lifts. It's the same for accessing the doors of the Aurora. Okay, press R to recharge the ship. Oh look, our Aurora is over. Looks like our Aurora is still over at oh, no, that'd be too far away. That's too close. I was thinking that that little symbol over there may have been my Aurora. It's just another ship's being detected. I was just showing my age and my feeble memory. Okay, so we're going to call landing services, which is going to take off. So we're going to press F. We're going to pick out landing services from the console. That's exactly the same as if I did use the Movie Glass to call up the system as well. Oh, I've accidentally called Echo Bit, not landing services, which is why it's not working, so we're going to cancel that. Sorry Echo, if you're on game. That's much better. I was wondering why it wasn't working. Alright, we're taking off. Pull up our landing gear. Just let the doors open enough for us to get out. It looks like the wind blowing me. Yes, that's the wind blowing me. That's one of the problems I find with the game at the moment. The winds are just too savage. They won't blow you away if you're walking. You'll raise your hand to avoid those types of things. But your ships will be blown left, right, and centre, upside down, and around. I've landed carracks on moons and had them blown away by the wind. I've had carracks and larger ships struggle against the wind. And so little ships like the Aurora, the Arrow, yeah, it's just such a frustration. But that's one of the things that I'm pretty certain will get fixed up, but certainly not fixed in 3.12. So while that's going on, we're going to go to Daymar. So Daymar is way over here in Hurston. And there, and where did we want to go? We wanted to go to, now we know the Kudra ore mine is a great place to go mining, but I can't summon the vehicle for that one, and we don't want to. What we want to do is go to a place where we can actually pull up our mining vehicle, and that's what we want to do. We want to have a go at mining in the mining vehicle. So where was that? Bountiful Harvest. There's Edgar Flats. Okay. That's obstructed, so we do need to go into space. I have a feeling it should have given me an orbital marker first. Oh. As always, I do like just panning around the ship as it's flying. I do love the look of a ship. I love all the ships, that is, like not just the Aurora, but I do love just looking at all the ships that are in flight. So maybe Aurora is a nice, just a really nice little ship. I like the way it responds. I like the way it looks. It kind of reminds me of the Eagle from Space 1999. That looks like it's still obscured. Alright, no longer obscured. Spooling up our engine. Once our engine's spooled, we will head off. We'll just close off the chat. So what are you up to today, Rolanders? Just chilling, or trying to play the game or another game, and just kind of popping in and out, or and just listening to the stream, or doing something else? I know people have said they find info runners and even my stream quite nice to listen to. Even when they're working, they can just put it on the background and just chill. So those wondering why I keep talking, that's one of the reasons why. But it also helps if I'm asked questions, because it does give me something to talk about rather than just talking out of my butt. I will probably need to look at doing, if mining doesn't work here, I will probably have to end up looking at doing some box missions, or going back to the cave and doing some mining there, just so that I can actually recoup some of the money I've lost on expediting the Aurora when we've had 30Ks, but also to build up funds again. Obviously the next ship we really want is a ship that could carry the rock miner, because that'll enable us to fly to areas where there are rocks which are mineable, and then land, take the miner out, gather the rocks up, and then go. And for that, I think the best ship really for carrying the rock is not the Nomad. The Nomad can carry the rock, but I actually think the best ship is actually the not the Crusader, the Cutlass Black. So the Drake Cutlass Black. It's got a very large interior cargo space. It's got a ramp, so you're not going to have the problems you get with lifts when you're trying to load a vehicle. The fact that you can drive the vehicle in, the fact that it's got more cargo space than for one vehicle, you could actually fit 2 rocks in the Cutlass. It does give you ability to have cargo as well, and so it's just a better all-round vehicle in terms of carrying a rock miner or a small vehicle. I'm sorry you can't enjoy the game at the moment and you've got to work. I'll try and keep talking then and make your work pleasant. Or are you able to actually watch the stream a little bit as well? Yeah. I may actually, since I'm at Crusader, I actually might detour and go to Olisar and refuel my tank up, and that'll enable me to make sure I don't run out of fuel and not be able to get back from Daymar. I should be able to get back from Daymar, given the way the fuel costs are. We'll see how much those jumps are once I pull up the quantum drive again. So there's Daymar Moon, and if we open up our quantum drive, we can see that it's going to take 291 units of quantum fuel. If I go to this, we can see it's taking 0.54%. We've still got 291. Ooh, no, current fuel is 292. It's going to require 291. So I think we are going to I think that's a total fuel, isn't it? Yep. So we should have enough from here to go to Daymar, Eagle Flats, and return. Do whatever flying I need to do on Daymar and get back to Olisar. So I'm not going to go to Olisar. So we'll just do our jump. We're now ready, so away we go. Welcome and thanks for joining us on the channel. Say hi and ask any questions you like. If I can answer them, I will, or someone else might be able to answer them later on. Certainly there'll be comments available in the stream later on, and you'll be able to read those as well. So the key thing we need at any of these stations to use our ROC is a platinum bay landing pad, and once we get the platinum bay, we'll be able to use any of those mining centers just by reclaiming and summoning our mining vehicles. So even if you don't have a vehicle that can carry your ROC miner and you're only using an Aurora, you can actually cheat and reclaim a vehicle and take it out, as long as you take out all the ingredients in your ship or sell the stock that you've gathered at the mining center nearby. You'll be fine. So let's do a jump now. Again, I usually select the choose to select the quantum drive again. That just helps me find out how far away I am from my target location, and then I fly down. And as long as I take it a bit off the target, then I get my normal flight pattern information, some 2,000 feet off the ground. And we'll lower down our speed. And once we're too close, we can now target up to the thing, and we've still got our regular HUD. Since we're now close, we'll turn that off. Lower our speed down. We'll take C off, so automatic pilot off, or cruise control off I should say. We have landing pads. Doesn't look like we got landing pads. Do we have a platinum bay? Doesn't look like we've got a platinum bay, so this is no good to us for our mining vehicle, because we don't have a vehicle to carry it. So let's change where we're going. Let's F2. Scroll out. Scrolling out. I hate it when it doesn't seem to want to give you the ability to find, you know, get your location. Clear the route. Nope. Clearly it's just not wanting to do that. That's really frustrating when it does that. So while Eager Flats might be a really great place to go mining, it's no good for an Aurora pilot who is wanting to use a platinum bay to summon a mining vehicle. So can we do it again? Oh, now it's working. Okay. So okay, we don't want to go to mine at aid center. Okay. Well, Edgar Flats mining center. So Shubin mining center is very close, so we'll go there. Okay. So the beauty is now we've got our mining center lined up. We'll find that should be Shubin. We know it's only 92 kilometers away, and so we're just going to zoom over there. Let's fly low. It actually feels lower than it is. We're so there's some mine walls. So we're 600 feet off the ground, but it feels significantly lower. There's another mine wall there, so it looks like we've got mine walls. Whether we'll be able to mine them with our rock is another thing. So how low are we actually flying? Let's have a look. Get behind our ship and ooh, she's low. Sony. So the distance here, the altitude is actually measuring by the look of it from the center of the moon, not from the surface. So you can see we're getting the warnings when we get down to about 450. So at 450 we start to get those warnings, and then we get the, you know, so, and then we have to pull up depending on whether we're going down in a valley or not. But so Daymar is also the planet with the crashed Javelin on it. The Javelin has been named in lore as the UEEN Fleiser. Crashed before the planet was sold to Crusader, The military stripped it of its military hardware and planned to come back and remove the rest of it, but then sold it and thought, well, what's the point? For those interested, you could read that story in, I think it was a November or December issue of Jump Point. That story will most likely be published on the website at some point in time. That was one of the things CIG always said with the articles in Jump Point. They were always supposed to appear on the website. But if you search, there's bound to be someone who has posted it on the website because, 15 minutes of fame. Because everyone has a right to read the Subscriber Flare journal the second it comes out. Yes, if you haven't guessed it, I don't like that idea of just posting it the second it comes out. I think if people want to read it as quickly as they can, then what they need to do is subscribe. Now, subscription is optional. The idea of subscription was it was always supposed to be for funding the development of the video content. It's not supposed to go towards the development of the game itself. Oh, that was gems. Let's see if they're still in range. Well, I think I'm going to try and see if I can mine these up. I know I know I was going to do the hand mining, but when you fly over gems that quick and that close, you've got to go for it. So, and for our landing gear, engines off. So let's see if we can actually mine these. These might be the types that I need to use the rock for, and if it is, these will be the types of things we'll be looking for on the rock. I have a feeling they're a bit too big for me. Or maybe not. Yeah, I have a feeling they might be. So as you can see, we're right next to the rock, and oh, we're just getting a bit of movement there. Only just. But you can see this is probably a little bit too big for the hand miner. It will be ideal for the rock. So these are the types of things we'll be looking for with the rock. I can't give it any more juice. As you can see, she is tapped out as much as possible. Alright, let's have a look at the other rock. That might be a little smaller, and therefore it might be easier for us to do. I don't think it will though. I think they're both going to be the type that I would need to use the rock for. So you can see that little arrow on the there, that just keeps popping up on the left of the, showing that the power that's in the rock. And as you can see, I can't really give it much more juice, and I can't really get much closer than that. So if I could get closer, I could probably get a bit of purchase, but I'm going up 1% and down 1%. It's not really giving me the distance I need. I might be able to do this with the hand mining tool, but I have a feeling it would take me forever to build it up. So again, this is the type of rock we use with our with the rock mining tool, with the rock miner. So there'll be the types of things we're looking for with our rock miner. But certainly too big for the hand mining tool. I'm hoping that because they're those types of rocks are too big for the hand mining tool, but the rocks, the gems you get out of them, or the material you get out of them, will be significantly more than what we get when we're hand mining. We certainly won't be collecting those two from our because we're still 39 kilometers out. So those who joined Paul Shelley's Luminalia Ursa ride, he did a ride from one of the stations. It was a 40-kilometer ride, and it took several hours. So we're certainly not going to be bringing our mining tool, our mining rock to the to those rocks, because they were over 30 odd kilometers away. Oh, look at that, lots of gems. Oh, look at those rocks. Oh man, mine are heaven. I know from earlier we'll be able to scan using the or do a ping using the mining the vehicle, and that will be useful for us when we are mining as well. It should also mean from the mining vehicle we do pick up the rocks. I would hope so, giving it an actual mining vehicle, whereas the Aurora is picking up the minables, and it's not a mining vehicle, it's just an ordinary scanner. Almost there. 13 kilometers, soon we'll be under 10, and the distance will just seem to drop away. .4, 3, 2, 1, and now look at the distance seems to drop. Which I'll get 10 kilometer, 1 kilometer away, and I'll clip something and blow up my ship and return back at Lawville. We'll slow ourselves down because there is Shubin. I'm pretty certain Shubin does have the Platinum Bay landing pad. Yeah, there it does at the back there. And there's a rock over there, but I don't think those rocks are doable for the little Platinum Bay. So we're going to land in front of the Platinum Bay building. Landing gear down. Level, go level. and control to go down. F and engines off. There is a quick keyboard for engines on and off and that, but I actually never remember it and I never use it. I always, when I'm turning the engines off, I always use the F and pick it from a dashboard. I really should learn which key it is to just turn engines off. It would be a little quicker, but that's the way things go. I actually also don't know what I've got in my pack, or which pack. One of my packs has a couple of bottles of water in it. This one, oh, hang on. They look like Luminalia gifts. Ha, they are! I've got 36 Luminalia gifts to sell. Ooh. Now that's nice, because when I checked the other packs, they had all disappeared, so nice. Well, I wonder if we're going to sell them at this joint. So what I'll do is when I get into the other building, I'll actually swap my suits. I'm pretty certain my Pembroke armor, no, my Novikov armor actually has the actually has my water in it. Actually, I might go over here first if I can sell those Luminalia gifts. I don't think I can. I think I really need to take them to a admin center, but we'll see. Alright, we want to sell. We want to select our destination. Okay, consumer goods, no. So it's not letting me sell my Luminalia gifts, as you can see. So I'll need to go to an admin center on a space station or a planet to sell them. Okay, so we're going to F1. We're going this so we can actually... the reason we're changing our armor is because one of my suits does have a bottle of water in it and my hydration is dropping a little bit. So I just want to fix that up. Undersuit. Novikov, save changes. I'm not sure which one has the bottle of water in it. It's either the Novikov or it is the oh, do we have a 30k coming? Alright, let's try the backpack from the Odyssey. Alright, nothing in the backpack. What if I lost it when I died, or when I crashed? I had to suicide to reset the other day, so that could have lost my food and drink. Most annoying if it is. undersuit, Novikov. And we go inventory, and it doesn't, no, and it's empty as well. So it looks like I've been reset, so we may as well go back to the Pembroke armor, mainly because the Pembroke armor does give me that protection from the heat. So the heat outside was like 125. This will give me protection for to 75, and so I'll probably have about half an hour of time. Now let's have a look. What time? How much time would we have in the Novikov armor outside in the heat? Helps to actually access the door, and then you'll just see the difference. Like before, when we were out in the heat, we didn't have a timer. So now, because I'm in the Novikov armor, instead I've got 3 hours and 1 minute of outside time in the this armor. But if I change to the, if I go inside and then change to the Pembroke armor, I don't get that timer, and that's the advantage of having that Pembroke or the Novikov armor in extreme environments. It's just one thing you don't need to worry about. Actually, I'm just going to leave it, mainly because it's 3 hours and I don't intend to be on for 3 hours. I'll probably be on for another hour at most, and then I need to go and take care of meals for my parents, since I'm a carer. Yeah, I think I'll probably be on about this time tomorrow, about somewhere between 2 to 5 PM my time. So yeah, it would be about this time, yeah. Actually, we're in Novikov, we'll just change our helmet. May as well keep the armor looking the same color scheme. Close the chat window, just so it's not cluttering up the screen and blocking what people are saying. I'm sorry if you go into game and you start chatting to me. While I'm streaming, I do shut that off, just for the sake of the stream. Alright, we're going to our run to the little window, to the little Platinum Bay center. Alright, we're going to wait 47 seconds for the mining vehicle to be ready for us. Now, does that indicate that the mining vehicle is actually spawnable here at the center? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try. I'm going to claim them both, only because I do want to see if the Aurora is summonable at this center. I thought it wasn't, but hey, I'm willing to be wrong. So we'll leave that one churning over. We'll go back to the other one, and we want to get the rock GreyCat. So this is the one we actually want. We're just going to let it go down it's not worth paying 100 alpha UEC for 1 minute, so we'll let that sit. Yeah, we could do some mole mining tomorrow, or rock mining. Yes, we can take your carrack and show that off. It's always nice to be able to show off a ship, and I'll so tune in tomorrow and we'll do a tour of the carrack for those of you who haven't seen it. The carrack is, I think, the premier. It's actually one of the best ships in game at the moment, and it is the premier exploring ship in game. It does come with a drone bay, a repair shop. It's got a garage for vehicles. It's got a small hangar, big enough for an Aurora. In fact, if you bring the carrack, I'll actually land my Aurora inside your landing bay, just to prove to people it can be done. I find the Aurora fits beautifully in that hangar bay. It's a little tight. You've just got to do a little bit of juggling, but it fits straight. No weird angles. It fits nicely, and so we'll do that, and then we'll get the rock miner, and we'll be able to load that up as well, and put that into the carrack. So we'll do that. We'll do a tour of the carrack, and I'll wax lyrical and gush how wonderful the carrack is as we go through talking about it. The only downside I personally have with the carrack, and I think it's a plus in many ways, is the fact that the pilot doesn't have guns, doesn't have access to the guns. The guns are all player controlled turrets, and the pilot doesn't have any. On other ships, the 600i, which is again a pretty good exploring ship, that one is good for a solo pilot. The pilot can control the guns. Same with the MSR, the Mercury Star Runner. Great for a single pilot because you've actually got guns. You don't have to just run away. Whereas if you're in a carrack by yourself and you get attacked, you just have to flee. But the carrack is a gorgeous ship. Love the carrack. It is probably one of my favourite ships. Probably my two favourite ships at the moment are the 890 Jump and the carrack. So there you go. Okay, so 47 seconds should be up. Oh look, they're both up. 2 minutes is up. Woohoo! Well, we're taking the GreyCat, and then we'll also try and summon the Aurora as well. So we look out the window. There's the rock sitting on the landing pad. But let's see if we can get the Aurora landed. And you can see the Aurora is still outside. That is now criminal Aurora since we've claimed it. But let's see if we can stall that. And we'll try and retrieve the Aurora. I'm expecting it'll say it doesn't. Yep, that's exactly what I thought they were going to say, but I was surprised that it was available for reclamation, which is what made me decide, hey, I'll try it. Okay, so the rock. Yeah, I think that'll be good tomorrow to do the carrack tour. At bare minimum, we can always go to the Kudra mine and just do hand mining. So at bare minimum, we'll have that. So I have a feeling if I try and take that Aurora to a station, it will be flagged as being stolen. So you can see now we don't have 36, we've only got 3 hours, and that's probably because I swapped the helmet out. So let's see, I'm going to risk, no, I'm not going to risk dying. I am going to get out, I'm going to change the helmet back just to get us that 3 hours of time. 37 minutes is not really long enough to be able to drive out, find your rocks. 3 hours is plenty of time. So when we're in game tomorrow, what we'll do is we'll get into a voice chat as well, Relanders. It'll make it easier when we're trying to communicate, and also when we're talking about what we're doing in terms of mining or even flying. People will have a better understanding of what's going on and what we're doing and why, and so yeah. Yeah, so the Aurora, you can see the Aurora is marked as red. So the Aurora is a criminal, and that's because it's been reclaimed. So anyone that gets in that Aurora would actually be doing the wrong thing. You know, they'll be flagged by the criminal by law enforcement, I believe. There it is. Okay. It is a bit laggy, I'm finding at the moment. I don't know if they're gems or just boulders. I'm expecting that these are a shell deposit. Okay, so you can see the new system on the And we're stuck on a rock. Alright, Laranite, okay. I don't expect I'm going to be able to mine this. I really do think I need to mine the mine them with the gems rather than the boulders. I think this is more prospector type mining, but I haven't done too much mining with the rock, so I'm not really sure exactly what the rock can and cannot do. But that looks like a pretty big rock. The raw laranite, which probably means that it would be the type of thing you'd be also able to process at a refinery as well. So just trying to work my way around these rocks so I can get closer to that laranite, and then hopefully be able to, the closer I am, the less energy I'll need, because like I said, I don't think the rock's going to be able to do this. Alright, so they're pretty so we're going to be looking on the right hand side. The left hand side is how much power I've put into the rock, the right hand side is showing me what the levels are. And you can see the bar's not even moving at the moment. So we're looking for the big gems, not the big mineable rocks. Here's my thought. The nice thing about Daymar at least is the fact that I'm not running into rocks and things every 5 meters like I was on Lawville. Oh. No, 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 no. Well, that was lucky. That's another rock that's not going to be much good to me. Great for a prospector. I suppose if I find something that's not laranite, some of the lower quality rocks or the lower grade rocks, I might be able to mine them. That's a bloody huge rock by the look of it. Alright, so let's scan it. Alright. This one might be a little easier. It's not quite the same as the other rock, but again, I think it's just it's too big, and I think the rock needs to be mining those gems rather than the boulders. And you can see from the right hand side, so you can see from the right hand side here that we're not getting any movement, even though we're heating it at 100%, and we're as close as we can get. So that's 2 out of 2 rocks, and that one was only 0.91 in terms of instability and 0.18 for resistance. The laranite was significantly higher. So we are looking for the gems. Don't know what that one is, but it's probably another rock. Oh, nearly. Oh, almost tipped us. Let's put the lights on so we can actually see where we're going. Bit hard at night. We can't tell if those boxes, those items we detected when we scanned are gems or rocks, so we just got to go and check them out. But I have a feeling they're going to be more boulders. I don't think we're going to find too many gems at the moment. Well, maybe. Oh, ouch, that hurt. the rock. That's the way we came. There was one over this way, wasn't there? We're going down a dip. That was a big dip. That was a mighty big dip. I'm surprised I haven't tipped this yet. When I was on Lawville, every bump was making me flip. Okay, so this one is... Alright, so... Okay, so this one is really low, so let's see if we can do this one. I don't think I can again because it's a rock, not a gem. And you can see we're not even getting a measurement. Of course, we're down. Oh! And we just jumped a canyon. Oh no, 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 no. Alright, so you can see that without knowing where the gems are, and without being able to carry the rock in a ship that can pick up the gems, it does make rock mining pretty hard. I almost need a ship that's close that can either search for them, or I need a ship, or I need to be able to carry the ship. I think the rock's just not cutting it as a miner. You're spending all your time just driving around. And it just doesn't have the oomph that you're really looking for, you know, to be able to mine those things, you know, anything that you're finding. Unfortunately, it just means it's just an indication of what you need to do to mine. You do want to have I think you do want to have a vehicle, or at least be able to detect those gems a little bit easier. But I suppose the other side is if you are mining in the rock and you come across gems, you are going to be ecstatic. So we can see where that Aurora is now. The Aurora is, wow, 6 kilometers away. Not quite slow enough there, or quick enough to slow that down. No! Oh, the rock just saved me there. No, I think I've screwed it. I think I've screwed the pooch. I've screwed the pooch. Saved by my mining tool. Mining tool managed to tip me back to the right way up. It would be nice if I could actually, you know, pull up the map and set a landfall I wanted and be able to drive there. And I think that's one of the hassles I find with Star Citizen. I can do things as long as I've got navigation on my computer, on my ship, but I can't set a landing a navigation tool in my vehicles, or even a Dragonfly or P52, P72, because they don't have quantum. And that inability to we have to select where we're going and be able to drive, at least having a rough idea if the direction we're heading and other things. Like, the only reason I've got a vague idea at the moment is I've got the Aurora at the back giving me an indication that's behind me. I know that I'm pulling it further away from Shubin, but if I didn't have that, I wouldn't have a clue where I was in relation to Shubin. over. Oh, nearly. Oh, I mean, on Daymar, it's a little canyon jumper, isn't it? Oh, crap. Now we're screwed. Nope. Nope. Back up right. Yep, back up right. Unbelievable. The number of times this has rolled and righted itself is staggering. I wonder if it's because they changed the map on Daymar a little. Like I know when I was doing things on Lawville, the number of times they get caught on, you know, stuck on the terrain. Like, nope. You know, I'd get stuck on the train and not be able to move, or tilted and crashed, or oh, this could be it. No, we'll get through that way. Alright, so it looks like I may have screwed my sensors. They're not working at the moment. Or is it because my mouse is out of battery power? Let's try the secondary mouse and see if it's just battery power. Okay. Must have just been battery power. There you go. I was thinking maybe bumping into things or damaged my sensors. But clearly not the case. I went right through that rock. Lucky decapitation's not a thing. Sometimes the rocks look like you can get through them, and other times you think, oh, I can't get through that, and you have no trouble. And other times the rocks you think, oh, I'll get through that, and it flips you, it bumps you, it crashes you. It really is at times just nigh impossible to determine which is going to be the case. Like that one. Oh, well, look, we're driving right through a rock. Whereas the little rocks, run into them, they bounce me all over the place. So, graphical issues, but I do love the terrain. I do love the look of the worlds. So we've obviously moved out of the range of the minables linked to Shubin. I have no idea where we're headed. Oh look, another one of those little rocks that thought I'd just pass through but didn't. So we're 9,000 clicks away from Shubin now, or 9 kilometers away. And that's another rock. And now we're flipped. No? Yep, now we're flipped. No, we're flipped. We've screwed our little pooch. And that, unfortunately, is the end of our adventures in our rock miner for the day. Unable to find any gems while riding 9 kilometers away from 12 kilometers away from the Aurora, and Shubin mining on Damo. But our little vehicle is dead in the water. It finally flipped. Again, hit a tiny rock this time and flipped. And it's one of the hassles that I find with the vehicles. Too many of the vehicles, they're just so fragile. They just flip for no reason. Well, they hit something and flip, but other times they'll go, you know, the rocks will pass through them, or the plants will pass through them, and then they'll hit a rock or a plant, and oh, it doesn't work anymore, you know, it's stopped, or it's flipped, or it's tipped up, and then once it tips, you can't ride it, and you're done. So that is the end of our session for today, guys. If you're interested, do join us tomorrow, probably around the same time. That'll be probably around 4 to let's see, probably 3 to 5 Australian Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. We'll be joining up with Rolanders, and we will be taking out a carrack, putting the Aurora inside the carrack, and putting a rock in there, and we're going to have a go at looking for minables and mining them. So join us then, and until that point in time, I'll be seeing you around. I'll just put up my end screen because it looks so fancy dancy. That's assuming my end screen is going to work. There you go. Woohoo! Oh, it didn't change to my 11th. How annoying. That should be an 11, but it hasn't worked. So anyway, that is our game for the day. I'll see you later. Take care, God bless, and be well.